As a young guy in Ireland, we'd see American tourists talking about tracking down their roots and blah, 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 blah. Can you explain to Irish listeners why that is so important to you? Why is that important to Americans?
Well, America has it's a different culture, but we all came here from somewhere else. Not a one of us, very few. Even the Native Americans, they came from other places as well. But then thousands of years later, we showed up and we all came from different places and different cultures and different backgrounds. And we had to leave it all behind. We had to escape it. Almost everybody left from famine or from oppression or from never allowed to be free. And America was that destination place. But what did you give up? What was that like? There's so many questions that you want to ask. You know, Martin, if you stayed in Ireland, you were there and your family never left, you got to see all that. You got to experience it. You got to know the stories. You got to know the music. You got to know the food. You got to know the spirits. You got to know everything, that what it was like to breathe in the air and touch the trees and to walk the ground. And my family had to leave that for something else. And so that gives you a chance to touch that, to be in their shoes again. I was once a business partner with Sheldon Adelson, one of the richest men in the world. One day I called him and he was in Israel. I said, "What are you doing, Sheldon?" And he goes, "I'm on the beach." "What are you on the beach for?" He says, "My father could never go to Israel." And of course, he's Jewish. "My father could never go to Israel, and I'm walking the beach in a pair of his shoes." When you see an American, an Irish American, come back to Ireland, that's what we're doing. We're walking in those same shoes, and in a metaphorical kind of way. And